Hello everybody and welcome to Sex Talk with Natasha. It's Natasha Helfer-Parker and we are going to talk about anal sex tonight. So I'm really excited about this topic. It tends to be one that's fairly taboo. I would be willing to bet that if we're all honest with ourselves, one of the first things that comes up when we hear the word anal sex is probably not super sex positive. Maybe a lot of people have a yuck kind of initial response to it, or ooh, that's gross or dirty, or only gay people do that, or only slutty people or dirty people do that. There's so many kind of sex negative ideas and unfortunate stereotypes and biases and ways that we discriminate against each other due to just things that are kind of naturally pleasurable. So today we're going to try to dispel a lot of myths and help those who are interested in at least exploring this part of their sexuality as a potential sexual tool in their toolbox. So we're gonna be talking about that. There's gonna be 5 different kind of areas I'm gonna cover. So one is just kind of really explaining why sexual anal stimulation can be pleasurable to begin with. So kind of understanding our anatomy and that this can be, whether you're male-bodied or female-bodied, something that brings you sexual arousal and pleasure. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. The number 2 thing we're going to do is dispel like 6 very common myths around anal sexual play, from things from, kind of that it's dirty or messy, or that it can ruin your sphincter, or things of that nature. We're going to dispel a lot of those myths and talk about some common things that I think misperceptions that people have about anal play. Number 3, we're going to talk about safe sex. So safe sex matters no matter what type of sex you're having. And anal sex by no means oblivious to that. So we're going to talk about some things that you may want to consider to keep your sexual practices safe. Number 4 strategies we're going to talk about, or tip is going to talk about the very much big importance of lubrication and some things that you may want to know about lubrication as you contemplate anal play. And number 5 is we're going to really talk about some strategies and tips and techniques of how you can actually make anal play really enjoyable for yourself or your partner. So I hope you'll join us. These webinars are available so that you can have access to them at any time that's convenient for you. The way that you can access a webinar is via either just purchasing a one-time purchase, I guess, of the webinar itself, or you can be a subscriber at Patreon. There's lots of benefits to being a subscriber. It's very cost-effective to be a subscriber at Sex Talk with Natasha. For the price of one webinar per month, you get access to all of the webinars. So it's very cost effective, and not only to get access to webinars, but to kind of things that I post along during the week, maybe sexual tips or homework assignments or resources or research I've come across or things of that nature. So please consider becoming a subscriber. Depending on what level you subscribe is how many benefits you have access to. So we try to keep it very cost effective. We're super pro sex positive education on this venue. This platform is all about creating a space where you can really heal yourself sexually from, I think, a lot of the sex negative messages that we've all received throughout our upbringings and our culture, and get accurate information. I'm a clinical certified sex therapist and also a marriage and family therapist. So I have a lot of experience over 20 years talking to people and getting my own education around sexuality and sexual issues, and helping couples and individuals access their best positive sexual selves. And this is important for our mental health. It's important for our social health. It's important for our emotional health. It's a great way to reduce stress and anxiety, is to have good sexual outlets. So please consider joining me. And if you have topics that you want me to cover, webinars you want me to produce, please list those on here. Feel free to give me feedback onto what you're liking or what you're wishing I would do differently on Sex Talk with Natasha. Have a great night, everybody. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next week with another topic. All right, take care.